It's so difficult to optimize this early game. So difficult. I think this time I'm simply rolling with it, as in no reset run now, till I die. I think that's better than a marathon reset run. So let's see, how well is Stinger doing? Because Stinger PA is another runner playing Secret of Mana, so maybe he has more luck in completing a run right now. You believe me, that's nice. I don't actually. Let me put it like this, in general I get very lucky in my runs. That's the general thing. So I'm not too confident in my ability to do it, I simply know what to do and when. However, the execution is always my problem. So let's see how this is going to go. By the way, fun fact. The boy gets set into different states during this cutscene because his shadow disappears before he drops down. Basically, there are 3 different states in the game. You are visible with shadow, you are visible without shadow, and you are invisible. So, as I said, no reset run from now on. Let's see how far I get. However, let me put it like this. If I happen to be above 50 minutes out of the first area, I will probably stop running. It was a decent run yesterday, but it still has a lot of, well, had a lot of potential upwards. But I guess I will be saying this for a long time still. It has a lot of potential upwards. Because until I do, let's say, 0 execution mistake and get fairly good luck over the course of the run, I'm not going to be satisfied, I guess. Let's see. One. 2. 4. Okay, there is no other rabbit. That's 5. Quite unfortunate. 6. Usually there is. Wow, he dodged. 7. 8. Whatever. Let's leave him like. Let him live. Ooh. Oh well. I guess for my standards it's a pretty average start. Or those are PAL controllers. I'm actually running on emulator right now. I actually have a NTSC SNES right next to me. But I can't use it because, well, I could use it, don't get me wrong, but currently my setup to capture the game is complete. However, it uses the microphone port for the sound, because for some reason my capture card doesn't pick up the sound regularly. So I have to make a workaround, so I need a USB microphone. And recently the microphone on my headset decided to, well, stop working, and so I had to buy a $10 cheap table microphone, which is pretty poor in quality on one hand and uses the regular inputs for, well, the microphone. So, let me put it like this. I got 8 rabbits now in the first area, plus I'm still ahead of my run. So that's basically what I like to have. Because now I only have to kill 2 more enemies in the next area. To move through. So yo, get out of here! Yeah, on your way now. They really let, well, expel a small boy from the village to basically get eaten by monsters. I mean, they don't want him to be in the village because they are scared that the monsters will hunt him down because he has the mana sword. So, really? That's pretty crazy. What? One more? I must have miscounted. I really miscounted there. I expected that the second rabbi there would grant me the sword level up. That's quite interesting. So, don't talk with Gemma here, that would be a pretty big waste of time. However, I have to move a little bit to the left right here, because I wasn't in position to simply move up and talk with Luca. Like, usually, in this cutscene at this point I could simply hold up and mash B. However, for some reason, well, not for some reason, but I talked with Gemma in a slightly different position than usual, so I couldn't do that. So to avoid risking talking with Gemma and wasting even more time, I took it a bit slower to make sure I talk with Luca instead. Re-energize the mana seed. Okay. By the way, as a fun fact, those mana seeds are not simply plot device. They are actually useful, aside from letting you level up your magic one more by every mana seed you get. So saving and resetting here saves 2 dialogue boxes and having to walk outside. Also, mana seeds, they actually give you a little bit of attack power, defensive power and evade. And magic power. But they are really useful, not simply plot devices. Let's see. I now have to kill 11 enemies before arriving in the Dwarven village. Level up my spear. Level 1. it is required to use for the overcharge glitch coming up soonish. If I get the run going, I guess. Oh, that's pretty annoying, Red. Well, I don't have pepper in my house, so that couldn't happen. Can't happen. But I assume that's pretty annoying. So, that's technically true odd a bit, but I thought I counted to 8. So, the Mantis Ant would have been the 9th enemy. And I only would have to kill 11. What may happen actually is the Rabbite is too low level and it only gives me half the weapon experience. Wow, 2 crits in a row! What are the odds? Let me think about that. Oh. Okay. 2 crits in a row. Let's say 3%. So that's 0.09% chance of happening. That's crazy, twice in a row. Well, I guess you could say it's... I shouldn't overthink that. I really shouldn't be overthinking that. Whatever. I actually didn't even pay attention whether I leveled up my spear already or not. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Plop plop. Oh, he moves out of the way. What a nice slime. The seeds increase the max magic level you can get. Yes. As in, whenever you pick up a mana seed, you can... No! Well, you can get one higher level of mana magic. Well, magic, generally. So let's kill this guy, because I can drag him along the way. He has only about... Oh, could you please hit? Oh my god. I hate when the boy starts... I simply start stabbing instead of slashing. That's more or less random when he decides to stab instead of slash. So that's really unlucky. Same thing here, he has 2 different attacks and only one hits. The switch there. But I finally got back into the Dwarven village. Oh well. The start of the cave was pretty good. But after that... no, it was average. But after that it went worse, so... I probably will lose a little bit of time here. Simply because my area wasn't particularly good. However, I may make that up by simply fighting the Tropic Hollow more efficiently. Also, by the way, did you know selling rope makes a ton of money? It's actually not selling rope makes a ton of money, by the way. It's a little bit different. Technically, I manipulate the game into letting me select an empty item slot, which, well, sells for some reason for 30,000 gold, which is quite convenient. So, I get a ton of money very early, and then I never have to worry about money again. If you would like to know exactly how that stuff works and what it actually is caused by and etc., I have a link in my description in the Twitch channel that leads you to the knowledge base of Secret of Mana. There you can read in detail or less detail depending on what you prefer how the glitch actually works. Pretty nifty. So, by the way, in Secret of Mana your usual item limit is 4. So you can only have a maximum of 4 items of any kind in your inventory for use. Well, unused items, obviously. However, I only bought 2 cups of wishes. This is because of the setup that's coming up right now. I'm going to walk into the top bottom right corner right here in an awkward way, so to speak. Move up left, and now I'm at the perfect position on the screen. That the game basically bugs out and lowers the value of my cups of wishes, as in the amount of cups of wishes by 2, so I have now 0 cups of wishes in my inventory. However, an empty item slot and 0 cups of wishes is not the same thing. For the game, I can now use 8 times the cups of wishes instead of only 2 I had before, so that's really useful for quickly duplicating your equipment and ignoring the item limit you could get. Also, that's pretty important throughout the run because, well, those 8 cups of wishes have to last for a long time. And Secret of Mana is extremely RNG heavy. So more or less anything can happen. Also, once again, I forgot to switch to my weapon after equipping. So that was an additional menu that was unnecessary, basically. So, Tropicalo. If I'm lucky, I can kill him in 3 cycles. The first cycle, he will always dive down again. However, in all the upcoming cycles, if I'm precise enough, he will stay. And so I can hit him twice per cycle. So let's see, if I'm lucky. And don't mess up the... don't mess up the execution, I just wanted to say. I got it! Nice. The luck portion is I cannot have too many low damage rolls. The execution portion is I have to hit him within the first, let's say, 10 frames when he starts being vulnerable. That's a pretty lenient window, but it's really easy to mess up. Also, I just disconnected from the chat, so apologies if I should be answering questions, since I cannot read it right now. Please name that little sprite. Little sprite is named A. This is not only faster in entering the name, but also quite convenient. Because every time a name is called in the text box, you lose 1 frame per letter, so having only 1 letter names is faster. Unfortunately. Otherwise I would call them more interesting names. So I'm really glad I'm finally out of the first few minutes of the run. That took a while now. I should not have left the menu completely, I should have immediately selected the magic rope right there. Okay. Fine. I hit this guy, kill him, so I make sure I have enough enemies. I didn't hit. Whatever, this one doesn't matter, that wouldn't have been backup. To level up my sword to level 2 before the upcoming boss, which is pretty crucial. I need the sword level 2 to defeat the next boss quickly. Well, I will take a backup enemy. Those plants are only worth half weapon experience because they are so low level by now. Okay, buying some chocolate. Welcome to the chat room, I'm back. And then, in the 5th item slot, I want to have medical herbs. I'm going to duplicate them by throwing away items as the girl. It doesn't have to make sense. It simply works. As in, I'm currently not good at explaining, because I would like to focus a little bit more. So, if you would like to know how those stuff exactly works, there's a link to the knowledge base of STA in the description below. That's unlucky. If he decides to cast... Wow, really? Oh my god. Wow, that's really bad luck. And the sprite is... Holy cow. No reset, no reset. I hate those wolves. They now have no mana anymore to cast any further. Oh my god, that cost a ton of time. And this is... well... the RNG that is so big in the speedrunning of Secret of Mana. PJ is going. Bye bye, PJ. Down. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have enough enemy kills anyways. So... I'm going for a backup here. By waiting here a little bit longer, I make sure that a second bow rat spawns and kill it. Oh, he has 1 HP left. Bastard. And, well, I make sure that my sword will level up to level 2 before the next boss. So that was incredibly unlucky. It is pure randomness whether the wolves decide to start casting. It is however not so random that they get the chance to hit me. If I play it properly, they will never get the chance to hit me. If I play it properly. It's really difficult though. You only have about 2 to 3 frame window. 1 frame is, by the way, a 60th of a second. So that's not a whole lot of time. But in speedrunning terms, it's pretty lenient, I guess. Compared to a lot of things. Yes, that corpse tends to do that. So. The girl loves to get stuck on the chest if that spawns here. By the way, the wolves, the werewolves can randomly cast pure water from their position on the screen, which can really interfere with killing those eyes, or Robin Hoods for that matter. Okay, 2 more wolves. I hate those guys. When I started speedrunning this game, I actually used 3 barrels to get past those guys, because it was much safer. Well, chat is down again, so... Oh well, can't... beat it. Whatever. In any case, in case you were wondering all about the barrels, because I saw something in the chat about barrels. The barrel is used for 2 things. 2 bosses to be more exact. Hang on. Oh my god. I didn't set the controller scheme upside down. Ah, brain wreck. Okay. Sword is level 2. Okay, the girl is still alive. I need only 1 character alive. Actually, it's pretty optimal that one of the character dies. So, that was a pretty bad area, I have to be honest. It was pretty bad. Oh well, doesn't matter. Let's go on. The barrel is used here in this boss fight because, well, barrels are OP. Except from specific spells, you cannot get hit by anything at all. You are completely immune to damage. This is used here. I quickly, at the start of the battle, run the body out of the falling damage of the spiky tiger, switch to the girl, and then run into the spiky tiger. And hope he starts, well, trying to eat the barrel, like that. Because the girl is completely immune, it doesn't matter. But it makes sure he stays. My god! I chose the wrong option, okay. Oh well. That's that. So, basically, Spiky Tiger has a random chance of simply jumping away if he is funny like that. And if he decides to jump onto the podium to the left or to the right, there's nothing I can do to reach him. So, by using a barrel and walking into his mouth basically, he gets a chance, an additional chance to eat instead of trying to... Hang on. So he gets an additional action, so to speak, which is the chance to try and eat one of my characters instead of jumping away or spinning around on the floor. That's pretty nifty, so to speak. Well, Cookie Punch, I can't read that by the way, no, again. It isn't that I'm losing time towards my splits, it's more that I'm losing time towards, in general, how good it can be. Because the splits in my early game are pretty bad, to be honest. They are not horrible, so to speak, but they can be so much better, all things considered. And this is, for the most part, by the way, due to me playing suboptimal, as in not too good. So basically I'm not exactly running against the splits, they are simply a metric to measure how good I'm doing considering my previous run. But the idea for me personally is, I know how, well, approximately how much better my run could be. So that's what I am referring to. So, the second version of the overcharged glitch is what you're going to see pretty frequently, I guess. Well, often. Is swapping out the weapon with the second controller, and that's the controlled overcharge glitch. The other version of the overcharge glitch doesn't have control over the character because, well, it's AI controlled, so it's really random more or less. It works out almost always for... That's weird. It almost works out every time for the Spiky Tiger because of our setup, but for any other boss it's much safer to use the controlled overcharge. It is called controlled overcharge, well, because you are in control of the character, because, well, you're controlling him. I'm pretty redundant right now. Also, what I wanted to do was use the magic rope and then walk into the Andini cutscene. It saves about a second, but I somehow messed that up. Oh well, it happens. Ooh. I'm supposed to run diagonally to the bottom left there. So, and to Gaia's level once more. Let's fly! Also, let's drink something. Oh, I didn't see that before, Crow. Yes, you can hit him with that, but can you one-shot him? Because you cannot get level birds. You cannot charge up the bow too much, because the distance you're shooting arrows at depends on your charge level with the bow. Since the game only intends you to charge up your bow to maximum of level 8. Having a charge level of level 100, I'm not joking by the way, messes that up quite significantly. So basically, your shots are way off screen at that point. I shouldn't be the girl here. The main reason is she has the lowest amount of defense. I realized that before. Oh well. Could have gone worse. But I need to remember next time to not switch to the girl at that point. Or not go to the right side first. That's another option. Okay, say split into 3 and nobody got hit, that's perfect. Because now I got past them without any hiccup. Really nice. Oh! I'd be dead. That's what happens if you make a Actually, that wasn't even my mistake, that was randomness. A small thing can snowball into so much more. think it's still faster hoping that the... Well, he decides to go away again. You bastard. I think it's still faster to hope he comes down again. Go. Yeah, that was mostly RNG right now. He decided... Well, actually, the sprite decided to run away from him, which made him decide to disappear as his first action, so I randomly lost a few seconds. But my area before that was... not great. So basically, I could make up, let's say, 15 seconds on that split. But, once again, Secret of Mana running is so RNG based. And tiny little mistakes can lead to 1-2 minutes loss of time or even the run being completely over. Especially in the early game. Once you get later into the game, it is much less RNG, luckily. For the most part, there are still very critical portions, but for the most part it is really not too bad anymore. At least you have a lot more options to recover from potential bad RNG. So I only have 6 Cups of Wishes left. As you can see, Cups of Wishes are very useful. Unfortunately, they have to last a lot longer still though. So let's see. How this is going to work out. Running into walls, by the way, is a valid tactic in speedrunning Secret of Mana. It may seem a bit weird and inefficient at first, but if you understand how the AI behaves, it's really efficient, because whenever you are running, doesn't matter whether you are running straight into a wall, they try to get right behind you. And well, running into a wall, it makes them run right past enemies and join you right behind. So that's much quicker to manipulate them to get past certain enemies like that by running into a wall, instead of switching to each separate character and maneuvering him separately past the enemy. So Secret of Mana is a lot about manipulating your AI partners properly. Oh, that lady had to be in my way. Also, I want to be the girl right here, or I want to have her in the lead, because in the upcoming cutscene, right here, those NPCs, she will already be upstairs, so that's a tiny little bit quicker. So, and the first ruins. This was the first nightmare of my speedrunning career, because really difficult to get through those ruins without hiccup. Let's see. That was expected, by the way. Expected, but not particularly... Oh my god. Particularly good. So, using a medical herb on a crowd control effect such as slow down, frosty, whatever, anything, will, before the animation is completely finished, will actually will make the healing animation which removes the, well, slow, whatever, the effect. It will simply make the healing animation not play, so using your medical herb quickly is crucial. The Tomato Man. Why are they called Tomato Man? I mean, they look like tomatoes on their head, but why? So weird. Greetings, Tencendo. Let me demonstrate to you why I'm using two controllers. By the way, the wall for some reason is the first boss who has an evade rating, which means even if I would hit him, he has, let's say, a 40% chance to avoid my attack entirely. Pure RNG. So, I charge up my weapon with the first controller, swap the weapon with the second controller twice. The weapon starts overcharging. I open the menu of the second controller to keep the charge attack. And I kill him. Yep. It's quite weird that the first boss who has an actual evade rating is a wall. I mean, how does he touch your attacks? Is Stinger AFK? Stinger... I don't see his character moving anymore. I don't know whether my stream froze. Do I know how much damage that is doing? Well, 999, as in 999. This is the maximum damage that can occur at any given point in time. Basically, how damage is calculated in this game is you deal damage, as in the game realizes how much damage you deal, and then it subtracts the armor of the bosses. So bosses here right now don't have any armor values at all. So I'm always doing maximum damage if I hit and don't get a bad damage roll. So I'm using basically an overcharge attack of level 100 or 80, pretty high in any case, but not too high, because if I use a too high charge attack, the values of the attack become too high and basically go back to 0 and climb from there back up, so that's not enough damage. A phone call from work, that's inconvenient. And I can be late. I have those pretty often at the beginning of the year. Usually doesn't mean a good thing. Something isn't working right, at least in my job. Oh well. Well, you can't break the limit. 999 is the maximum damage. You can, however, stagger the attacks. I want to be the boy here because, well, next boss incoming. Intentional roll over. I'm not sure if that's called, but it sounds about right. What? Tell me that again, Crow. Tell me that again. Which lady? I'm now interested. I'm now very much interested. By the way, again, I only have about a... Uh-oh. And that was a low damage roll, which isn't any better. Only about 60% chance to hit. I missed once, because the other attack was too far away. That chick right there, that boosted you up the wall, can be used to skip the mana fortress barrier. Which chick boosted me up the wall? Oh, now I get it. You sure? I knew. Yeah. Yeah. That's a chick. Okay, I get it now. I'm pretty slow. Unfortunately. I know what you mean. That spring thing. Whatever that is supposed to be. That can be used. There are only 2 in the whole game though. Right? I think. I'm not sure that being faster though. Yeah, I got that now. As mentioned, I'm pretty slow in that stuff. I mean, I was just talking about the girl on being better in cutscene and the lady running into my way, so I was just hung up on that. But let me think about that. Can you land in that field? I mean, I still have no idea how you would do that. That sounds really neat. If it is faster, it isn't much, but it's a good thing to keep in mind, I think. So, be nice to me, fish. Be nice to me, please. Thank you. That should always happen that smoothly. I'm lucky again. Yes. Maybe? Who knows? Hand it over. You land right next to it. Oh. Okay. By the way, hitboxes in Secret Mana are interesting. Your weapon's hitbox is twice the size in boss battles. And this hitbox from the boss, for some reason, extends from his belly way below his feet. Also, that was pretty random that he decided to poison me. That doesn't usually happen. Crow, you're awesome. Seriously. I never thought of that. So... let's see, is it going to be sub 50 out of this area? Going to be pretty close. For reference, if everything goes perfectly well, I can get out of the first area right here. Oh, not right here, in the cannon. By roughly about 47 minutes. But that's really when most of things go perfect. With good luck. So that's not expected anyways. So... and I'm out of here. Sub 50. Nice. Okay, now I can read yours. Well... fish are trolling. Not quite in that manner. Which reminds me... 2 things. One... let me put it like this. The more viewers I get, the higher is the likelihood that I actually get trolls in my chat. Which isn't quite what I would like to have. So, just for that off chance that someone might, well, let's say, create a bad chat experience, I have to set mods. So, that's what I just did. By the way, those pebblers, those blue guys, well, yellow, blue, whatever, they have boss level evasion. So, which means even if I quote-unquote hit them, I have still a very high chance of evading my attack entirely. Ooh, 2 with 1 is really good. Nice! That's pretty amazing. Using 2 controllers right now, by the way. Okay. Maneuvering through these areas is really tricky. As in, most of the things are planned, but there can go, well, everywhere can go something wrong. Depending on place, it doesn't matter much, or it matters a whole lot. Let's see. That went pretty well. For example, those silk tails, those are the pink rabbits, by the way, they pretty often decide to cast acid rain, which delays me quite a bit. Where are you jumping to? To the middle. Nice. Please hit. Nice. That's perfect. Perfect luck, perfect execution. Plus a pretty decent area before that. Oh. I think I'm in a good position. Okay. I was scared there for a second. For those that don't know, my previous relatively good run ended right after the spring beak, after I got him pretty good as well. However, there was a slight problem. I was standing right behind that tree, which is behind the exit to the next area, so I was basically stuck in a wall there on soft lock the game. Well, that's sad. Oh yeah, by the way, I disconnected from the chat again, so I only just reconnected, so if you have any questions or something to say to me, you would have to repeat it, unfortunately. I'm not sure what's on currently. No, I don't need to explain you. So, let's go on. By the way, you don't have to get that mana seed off the wind. So we don't get it. I almost forgot that that's actually a thing by now, because I never get it anymore. Oh. Menus are difficult. Oh. Don't hit that crap, because that crap doesn't do anything. Also, usually there's a silk tail, whatever. Technically it would be faster to switch dash right here, away from the sprite, however, I want to have the sprite with the axe for the next few areas, because, well, the axe is easier to hit enemies with. So, also mini-skip upcoming. As some may or may not know, you can go back into Porto's village by repeatedly pressing select, pushing against the NPC character. You can do the same thing here. This only works because of the camera position, by the way. So I just skipped roughly 30 seconds of cutscene. Just by doing that. Also, this is one of the most difficult areas to run through. Wow, that went well. Holy cow. Oh, that wasn't the plan. Those balls can get really nasty. They decide to do that. Luckily, right after whip jump, the confusion wears off 100%. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. What's the world record? 30 seconds ahead of my PB. But really, even if I'm considerably... Oh my god. Oh my god. So, okay, I have no control again. Confusion inverts your D-pad. It's really bad. No, don't kill the girl. Woo! I need her. Seriously. Basically, 3 minutes mean nothing. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm 3 times an idiot! I still have the whip equip. That's potentially really bad. Please stand in the middle there. No, that's exactly what I wanted to avoid. If I get pygmied, this means I lose the overcharge. This means I have to set it up again, plus it's pretty dangerous. Oh my god, that was lucky. For reference, I should be gaining about 30 seconds here because the previous run doesn't include the cutscene skip. So that was really bad. And that was mostly because I messed up in the beginning. Ah! That was purely my fault, unfortunately. When did you become moderator? Well, when I saw that currently there are probably not too many mods in here, and maybe I would need some. I mean, until recently, I didn't think I needed any, and something happened, let's put it that way and leave it at that, where I would have needed mods. So, yeah, that's that. Basically, I trust you. That's all that says. If you don't want to mod, you don't have to, by the way. Act on your own accord, basically. Ah. Those mushrooms really love to run in my way right now. That was a really crazy battle, right? Let me think that real quick. I'm usually lucky, by the way. Usually. But you need so much luck in this whole game that usually lucky isn't enough. Okay, calm down. So, in this desert area, I selected the sprite because he has a small advantage in the upcoming cutscene. Also, we visit the desert first, even though we have to go to the Frost country and then back to the desert again. Because, well, if you go to the Frost country first, you cannot fly directly over to the desert. But if you fly to the desert first, then to the Frost country, then back to the desert, you can fly from the desert, from the Frost country directly to the desert. This is because of this cutscene here. Until you completed this, let's say, little cutscene intermission, you cannot fly around properly. So in the end, it's not a huge difference, it saves only about 20 seconds. But it's something, so that. Let's put it that way, the Great Viper was the first boss which you cannot one-shot because he has more than 999 HP. Also, he is the last boss who doesn't have an evade rating. So once you hit, you always hit. However, he is such a beast, so to speak. If something goes wrong, it can easily snowball into your death. Pretty crazy. Well, if you've never seen two controls in actions at once, you will soon see because another boss is upcoming. By the way, the second control is upside down. Well. Aren't they cool? To be fair, it looks much fancier than it actually is. Because really, the second controller is only used in special situations and in boss battles. Which, well, probably are special situations, I guess. Oh. Let's see. The upcoming boss, the Mech Rider number 1, is the last boss you can one-shot if you're lucky. As always, you only have about a pure RNG 60% chance to hit. So if I'm unlucky, I won't hit. Let's see. I'm lucky. Perfect. So, all the next bosses I cannot one-shot anymore. So why the hell is that a PB segment? Doesn't make any sense. That wasn't even particularly fast. Whatever. Am I leaving? Yes. Let's go outside. Let me think about this. I use 2 mana, Cups of Wishes and 1 herb, I think. So I can restock 1 herb, but not the Cups of Wishes. Quite unfortunate. Oh, I used more than 1. I have no idea anymore where. So, menuing. Menuing in Secret of Mana is quite tricky. To be fair, in many other RPGs it's quite significantly more tricky. But if you're not used to it... Watch this. It's not as impressive if you've never tried it yourself, but it's really tricky to do properly. And I messed up at the end, as you could see. So, over to the guy's country. By the way, 2 controls are used for the controlled overcharge glitch, plus a few skips later down the road. So, frost weapons. That was the wrong character. Frost weapons are extremely useful in this area, because this is probably the most difficult area to run through, or let's say the most random. Snowmen. I love snowmen. At least the friendly ones. Not like those in Banjo-Kazooie. Whatever. In any case, snowmen are extremely useful, because the AI does not consider snowmen to be enemies anymore and has no trouble walking past those. It's pretty amazing. Because as you may notice, the AI has a ton of trouble walking past most enemies. So, new strategy. Wolf. Wolf? Wolf? Why is he no? Oh my god, there's no wolf. Okay, I got through there pretty good, but there's supposed to be a wolf. Seriously. Okay. Positioning the girl right here should make her the target for the pumpkins, plus she shouldn't be hit. Hopefully. Let's see. Okay, never mind. The sprite absorbs them pretty well as well. Nice, perfect. You have no idea how nerve-wracking this whole area is here. Trying to save Santa, indeed. If everything works out fine, plus we get good luck, I think sub 2 hours would be the ultimate goal. I don't think it will happen, at least not... well, at least I will not get it unless we find some new skips, etc. But that's pretty much the ultimate goal. My sum of best splits is 2 hours, 1 minute and 40 seconds. So that's still quite a ways away. So we have to improve quite a bit still to reach that. But those bugs are so weird, in my opinion. Also, I don't like the theme music. So, next one, yeah. Ninja Turtles. I hate them. Well, those kinds. Oh my god! Stop getting hit! It's so frustrating. This area is so difficult to run through. And that's the reason why, once your characters get hit, they can get stun locked easily and hit again and again and again and again and again, whatever, you get the point. No, don't run upright, that was my fault, that the boy got hit there. The idea was to run straight to the right. Whoop, whoop, and go past. So that would have manipulated the boy's movement to go right past those guys. So that turtle does not usually do that. That was risky, that was incredibly risky. I trusted the boy to hit that thing, basically. Which doesn't always happen because, again, those slimes also have boss level evasion. Wow. Come on, lady. Okay, mini boss time. For those mini bosses, you obviously want to have your whirlwind attack. But getting the correct attack is a matter of 1 frame. So that's 1/60th of a second. Probably a bit more because of lag frames right here. but that's the general idea. Let's see. I got a pretty good attack, but it isn't optimal. So whatever. Also, first example of wall walking upcoming. Waiting for this guy to walk. Flip. And I simply walk through the wall. It's only a minor time saver, but it's pretty nifty. Oh. Let me focus on the fight here. Please go right for once. Hit. Hit. He's dead. Yes! That's the quick kill. Extremely RNG. And execution based. Thank you, Odabit. I noticed. The thing is, though, usually our way to refill HP is beating bosses. But I was joking about that. By the way, fun fact. I now actually don't have frost weapons because I killed him right as he was casting frost weapons on me. And fun fact number 2, frost weapons actually don't do frost element damage. They do normal element damage, only with a special effect added. Because due to a programming error. Ooh. Let's do this. Apologies if I'm not going to explain the tricks, bugs, whatever stuff. But I would like to focus right now. Oh, shut up. That's extremely low. Because it slows him down. Well, his skull slows down, obviously. Perfect. As in, that was a good decision making on my side. I didn't plan that because that doesn't usually happen. But at least some good decision making today, I guess. Such was this. So, and as mentioned earlier, if I were to go to the Frost Country first before going to the desert, this guy here would have to shoot me back to Matango, because he says, hey, I don't have enough powder? Energy to shoot you over to the desert, so I shoot you back to the Matango first. Because you didn't experience the cutscene there. So that wasn't too bad, apart from the first screen, but that's expected. So let's go on. Good luck, thank you. So I'm running quote-unquote too far to the right here to avoid triggering an enemy spawning right there. I'm switching to the sprite right now, so I can switch now to the boy, and I can still move during the text box. That's the whole point of switching me there, of me switching there. Because I want to hit those guys now. And exactly, I wanted to avoid that happening. Can I hit? Oh, yeah, just too far away. Basically, burning is another form of crowd control. You want to avoid getting hit by those red slimes. The blue slimes make you into snowman, which, well, isn't any better. So basically, both forms of crowd control are pretty bad if they hit you. So usually I have a pretty good technique to not get hit. Or that's quite limited, basically. So I think I have 3 medical herbs left. Oh, I need to beat a boy right here, because of another mini skip. Perfect. Oh, that was bad. Could have. Perfect. What I mean with perfect right here is the sprite just has enough MP to cast his last spell right here. Oh, activate? Oh, it's already. Blah. I'm an idiot! I wanted to activate the stairs, but they were already there. Wow, I'm really not focused right now. I should shut up. Please don't. No! That's exactly what I don't want. Please don't hit the boy. Oh my god, that would kill him. Please stop that, please. He does not usually cause any trouble at all. But right now he decides to be it. Basically a gigantic annoying bastard. Oh my god, that will kill her. Okay, I was lucky. Again, some bosses like this Minotaurs have stunts where they are invincible. And they randomly decide to, well, be invincible. That's RNG. Plus, I only have about a 60% chance, well, by now probably around 63% chance to hit them in first place. So that's pretty random. You want to learn speedrunning Secret of Mana? Well, there are, let me put it like this, there are a few other people that more or less start learning Secret of Mana right now, too, that is. Rome Scout is one of them, and I think Luigi Meister is looking into it as well. So you probably could see whether you can join up and team up and take a look, I guess. I don't know much about Secret of Mana 2, speedrunning wise. I only know it's, let's say, not as broken, but pretty interesting as well. Also, I would watch your stream if you're doing that. To the Empire Club. Because really, to be honest, I have not seen a Secret of Mana 2 speedrun, well, at least not with commentary. Because I know there is a lot of depth to Secret of Mana 2, but I am not sure how much exactly. So, upcoming area, another miniskip. Usually you have to visit the lady in the top left building to get a coat, which you give the man... Oh, I messed it up. Whatever. Which you give the man to... Not this guy. To get into the sewers. Okay, I got lucky. But you can... By being perfectly above his zone to trigger the hitbox, you can avoid him. Is what I just did there. Also, sewers are annoying as hell. As they should be, I guess, as in every RPG ever. Wait for this guy to split 3 times? Well, twice to be... whatever. Balloon all 3. This is literally the most secure way to get past those. Also again, running into walls is a valid strategy in this game. Took care of the controllers. And that's what happens, I guess, sometimes. Please don't hit her any further. One. Nice, okay. I wait there a little to hopefully avoid. Snowman. Be just a little more, thank you. Oh god. This wasn't a particularly good sewers, because I was too fast there. I was literally too fast. Because the slime at the start of that area didn't split, and I was already past him, which made the slime at the bottom spawn. So yeah, that can happen. I was trying to slow down a little, but I was too slow slowing down. That makes any sense. So, and the ruins number 2 are pretty scary. As in, every single room is planned on how we want to do it. But every single room has a chance of messing us up horribly. So let's see how that's going to go. Secret of Mana 2 is a totally different beast. That's true, yeah. I don't know how interesting it is to speedrun. As in, I think Secret of Mana 1 is incredibly deep and interesting. As such, it has an incredibly high skill ceiling, but not in mechanical skill, by the way, in decision making and precision. But I don't know how much Secret of Mana 2 is in that regard. Or how random for that matter. So I shut up for now. Or maybe I will simply explain what I'm doing, I guess. Switching to the boy to have a higher chance to hit certain enemies. Dashing to the left and simply walking into the door usually works. Dashing straight up, past those guys, usually works without trouble. Simply walking, not running, avoids those A lasers without any trouble every time. Dashing past those guys almost always works perfectly well. Almost. And this almost messed up my second room with the slimes, which is pretty scary. Because both red and blue slimes can crowd control me pretty heavily. For those guys, you wait for the blop blop and dash past them. Usually works. Again, randomness. You try to hit this guy as soon as possible. Pretty RNG whether you do, or he hits you basically. Dash past those guys, no problem, usually. Well, dash at the bottom of the screen, no problem, usually. You will hear that a lot from me. Sorry about that was bad. Okay, should I use a medical herb or not? No, it's too late now. Yeah. They don't usually attack that on that range, but it can happen. Yes. So, going on. Oops, activating a second controller right here to move up during the text box to go into the door a bit earlier. Dashing along the top of this. Oh my god, I'm bad. I should have dashed straight to the left, instead I dashed up left. And that's a huge difference, as you clearly can see. Okay, I need to give a chocolate to the boy, wait for the animation to play out. Well, and I probably also should heal the sprite. So, okay. Hit the guy on the right, because he will almost always hit you if you don't. Ah, that was my mistake, by the way. That wasn't even the game's fault, as in not RNG. And that's RNG whether they get hit there. this room is probably the most RNG of all, as in the least consistent. The girl would die if I don't heal her. Please let me in! Oh, thank you. That's such a scary area to run through. The story of Secret of Mana 2 is considerably better, mostly because they didn't have to change the size of the game mid-project. CDI stuff and CD stuff and such. By the way, this boss is incredibly scary. If you kill both eyes. And let's say only losing 10 seconds, that's not too bad. I can live with that pretty happily. Doesn't make it less scary. Also, let's say, how to put it, the next boss is coming up right after this cutscene, so no area to run through, which is pretty nice. However, let me put it like that, he doesn't have... He usually is no problem, but if he decides to give you a pattern, as in stay in the air for an extended period of time, there's nothing you can do about it, and you will lose minutes. The most I've lost to this guy was about 5.5 minutes, simply by RNG, so let's see how it works out. Activating the second controller before walking into the door, because I have to potentially cast as soon as possible. Yes, 5.5 minutes. That's pretty much the extreme, though. And he decides to be an annoying bastard, and this immediately ascends. If I'm lucky, he will come down. If I'm not lucky... he doesn't. That's simple, really. There's no point in making out the boy right now. What? Weapon skill? Are you kidding me? I need to go right now. Okay, never mind. Because I intentionally dropped the charge attack because I had a bad one. Okay, that's better. Could it please? This should have hit. Okay, it wasn't too bad. But still, as you can see, my PB got a really good vampire. So, let me put it like that. If he behaves like that, that's okay. I wouldn't mind. But he can get much worse, obviously. Indeed, Julio, it could have been much worse. So, at least, let me put it like that. Next time I would run against those splits, and if I get PB, obviously, I would have a lot more leeway to get in time. That's always the positive thing on that stuff. I used a ton of resources though up until now. I have no idea how much. Tough face. Oh my god! I didn't notice that the cutscene was controlled by the second controller. I lost about 5 seconds there. Ah! Oh, I should shut up. For those that don't know, when you kill a boss and a cutscene follows right after and you have 2 controllers, the controller that did not make the final hit on the boss will get to control the cutscene. That's simply how it is, and well, I usually manage to unselect the second controller, but I didn't notice I didn't this time. Yeah, whatever. It happens. Let's make it count. Two bosses until the run gets really intense. Oh my god, don't get stuck on that wall, lady. That's silly. So, next boss. Metal Mantis. He's usually no trouble if I manipulate him properly, but manipulating him properly is really difficult actually. I'm not joking you, that's really difficult. So let's see. The start is always the same. I select the second controller, move out of the way with the boy. The sprite gets hit by a fire beam and... well... let's see. Okay. Okay, that could be good, potentially. Okay, perfect. Yeah, the time I lost there was because I was too slow on the cutscene. Whoops. That's the worst way to lose time, oh my god. Welp. Too bad. Oh yeah. By the way, did you ever notice there are no bridges in this game? Oh yeah, there are 3 chicks, I guess. The game total, whatever. But there are no bridges because there are no tiles which you can walk under and over at the same time. Also, I almost forgot about those guys. Clap clap. And run past. The fight was pretty nifty. I didn't expect him to jump though. He usually only jumps when there is no one in front of him anymore. Oh no, Sprite! Are you kidding me? Don't hit him. Oh, no! No! Stop it! My god! AI behavior. Ninjas are cute, but they are not nice. Whoops. Usually running through this area is no problem. Usually! I had various things happen here already. Quite interesting what can happen. Also not exactly funny, I guess. If you're running, that is. Well, you can take it with a light heart, I guess. So, moving on. So, fortunately, the Mech Rider 2 is usually not trouble. Let me explain to you why. The Mech Riders try to get on your vertical position, and then they will dash around. However... Why? Why is my weapon skill up? What the hell? However, if they cannot get on your vertical position, well, they will never dash around, so... standing at the very bottom of the screen makes them slowly pace to the left and right until they die. Yeah, usually. As I said, you will hear that a lot. Usually no trouble, as in 90% consistent, but let's be honest here, 10% in every single room over the course of the run, that's bound to happen somewhere. And depending on where it is, it can be irrelevant almost, or pretty significant. So, I'm probably not going to talk very much, because that's pretty intense coming right now. Because remember, I still have the desert armor. You're supposed to have much better armor the place where I'm going right now. So shut up. Okay. This is pretty difficult actually to pull off. Okay. First part completed. Second part upcoming. Okay, that was one of the more tricky areas. Well, stand here. Messed it up. Whatever. Let's do it the old way. I've not practiced this enough, I guess. By the way, jumping over that barrier just like that... I just skipped a whole lot of the game. As in, I skipped the Earth Temple. Oh, bullshit. Sorry about that. I skipped the Shadow Temple, the Light Temple, and the Moon Temple. Just by hopping over that wall right there. Oh, come on, boy. So, let's see. I want to select the second controller with the boy, with the sprite, and I go into the next area. Because the way to beat the doppelgangers is to die. Literally. But I shouldn't have everyone die, so that would be pretty horrible. Okay. Let's do this. Oops. That was too early. And too early again. Oh. Yeah, whatever. Let's do it normal way, I guess. They are supposed to die in one hit. Right, will die. Boy is dead. I revived one of my mates. And still has to die. That was really slow actually. But I guess it works. That was really slow. Yep. So let's see. Yesterday... Or was it yesterday? My previous run that went here. I messed up the next boss. So let's make sure that doesn't happen this time. West Southwest. This boss is pretty infamous for being fairly difficult, mainly because in a casual playthrough you are using a lot of magic. This boss uses wall, which reflects magic. So, what are you doing? Being helpless and getting slaughtered. Not quite, but you get what I mean. So, I still have no means and no armor really to survive any of his attacks, so I will die in one hit if he hits me. So I have to kill him before he kills me. It's that simple, really. Sounds so simple. 1. 4 hits it is. 2. Killing the sprite. 3. 1 more. He's dead. Woo! Thing is, this boss is purely my fault if it doesn't work out. It is pretty intense and can vary a bit depending on whether I hit. Remember, I only have about, let's say, 65% chance to hit. However, it is mostly my fault if I mess up. Because the setup makes him... I position the girl and the sprite right in front of his body, so he doesn't move left or right. Because I'm always right in front of his body, he never jumps away. So, because his spell animation is so long, it allows me to delay healing and negating the spell damage by quite some time. So within this time I have chance to hit him. So unless I get extremely unlucky and I don't have any means to heal my characters at all, it shouldn't be any trouble defeating that boss. So, as you may remember, I skipped the Shadow Temple, the Light Temple and the Moon Temple, so we don't have the means to activate all the orbs in the... So we don't have the means to activate all the orbs. In the Grand Palace, because you need all 8 magic types to get through the Grand Palace, normally. However, there's a trick. It is called Wrong Warp. That Wrong Warp is basically triggered by holding Start Select L and R by 5 seconds and then loading Frost Nico save. The Frost Nico save is special because you land directly near the Nico. The game doesn't have any idea where to start you once you load the save and crashes, usually. If you do a Frost save, soft reset, however, the game will load you into the area you are currently in. So we use that to save warp into the beginning cutscene where the boys are standing on that weird bridge above the waterfall. This triggers 2 things. We are entered in a cutscene, for one, which makes all our characters invisible, because they are not supposed to be there. The second part is, it warps our characters to Potos village. We assume this is a leftover from the New Game Plus mode. And so, we get to Potos village, invisible. Oh my, I have no backup items anymore. That's scary. So if I mess up, I'm dead, basically. So, east southeast. So, one of our characters is now still invisible in the party. Which one? I don't know. Okay, the sprite. So, the special thing about having someone invisible in your party is you can walk through walls as long as the text box is active. Oh my god, that might get bad. Remember, I still don't have any armor. If they decide to combo me, I have a ton of trouble. I messed up by the way. Shut up. So by hitting those switches in this area... okay. Oops. By hitting those switches in this area, I made the boss appear in the main area. Oops. Why would I... I'm an idiot. That's why. He should be dead, if I hit. But remember, boss have touch. Okay. Oh, that might be bad. Whatever. Okay, the use of the second battle is coming up right now. Remember, we still don't have any armor, and the Hexas is one hell of a beast to destroy or defeat without magic. Let me tell you, that's a true beast, so we have to basically play it properly. By locking her down. Shit. Shit. I missed charge attack. I keep casting with the girl right in front of Hexas. That should work. Because she's immune to damage. As long as she's casting. And after the cast is done, Hexas gets locked down by the spell. She cannot do anything. And then she gets hit, hopefully. Okay, that was pretty scary actually. I saved it. What you are basically seeing there is a very elaborated strategy to deal with Hexas. Running into the body of Hexas with the girl early with the barrel, so Hexas won't move from the spot. Then keep spam casting with the girl, so Hexas can never hit the girl and always targets the girl, because bosses always target the usually target the nearest enemy. And then the last portion is... hang on, I try something new here. This may go wrong. No! Let's not do that. Okay, Mech Riders, if you stand at the very bottom of the screen, he will never dash around. So I tried to hit him a bit earlier there before he reached bottom to do a bit more damage, but that almost horribly backfired. And that's basically the main reason why he was one of the scariest bosses before we figured out this strategy. Yeah. I shouldn't have tried that, I guess. So, whatever. Oh yeah, Hexa strategy. The girl stands in front of Hexas and keeps hitting her right after and spelling. Spelling? Spellcasting! Yeah, she's spelling words to Hexas and keeps her entertained. No, I'm not good at thinking and playing, I'm sorry. Because now I have to think quite a bit. Okay. I get new armor. So, finally we get new armor. After such a long time. Ah, that's quite a relief to get it here. Because once I make it here, it usually, let's not jinx it, is no problem anymore to finish a run. I only buy the minimum amount of supplies to keep me going. Because I thought, well, I didn't want to battle. Because I don't hope that I need any more. And to save time. So, next up is the next vampire type boss. Like with the first vampire, if he decides to stay in the air, you know what happens. Basically, nothing. Stand around and wait until he comes down. We'll see how that is going on. Oops. Also have to make sure that I really equip that stuff. Because one equipment item not equipped on any character, least not least, is really detrimental. East Northeast? It's East Northeast! I think that was the wrong way around, but whatever, I got to the right place. My splits are wrong! As in, they lied to me. No, please don't do that. Oh my god. That would have been so annoying if that just worked. Yeah. So... Okay. The biggest RNG portions of the run left are Buffy and Dark Glitch. By the way, I just skipped the Pure Lands, so as a side note. Skip the Pure Lands, you need 2 controllers, by the way. If you would like to know how that works, there's a link to the knowledge base in my description. I simply would like to concentrate on the run right now. It is so easy to mess up. I'm going to focus a little. I love that music, by the way. Most of the stuff in this fortress, by the way, funnily enough, either doesn't hit you or hits you like a truck. He doesn't have any magic! Just saying, he only wastes my time. Okay. Buffy. Be nice. Shh. Shit. I messed up. Hold on. Okay, let's keep that. That's pretty good actually. Bam! You serious? I need this right here. Okay. If I didn't mess up in the beginning, as in I completely failed my charge attack, it would have gone much better. But I'm pretty happy about the RNG I got. In general, Buffy seems to be much nicer than the vampire. I have no idea why that is. Moving on. Is the route? No, not in game. As in, not by normal means, let's put it that way. By the way, it is a pretty low defense item, the Rubin Diadem. God. Ah! I messed up the charge attack, but whatever, let's roll with that. If I'm unlucky, he will keep casting Acid Rain on the boy, which is basically the worst case scenario. If he is nice, he will keep casting it on other characters and not kill them. And still, even though this slime is more or less immobile, it has 99 evade, which means I have, by this point, about a 70% chance to hit him. Yes, the Ruby Diadem is, let's say, a myth. It cannot be attained in-game, plus it isn't good at all, if you could. It is in the game's code, but that's about it. Okay. Last stretch. That was incredibly lucky. You have no idea how lucky that was. Those yellow ninjas can one-shot me. As in, they don't kill me. They one-shot me. Literally, they don't do any damage, numbers. You kidding me? That's not nice at all. They don't do any damage numbers, they will simply one-shot you, literally. I hit this guy even though I don't do any damage. I have no chance to do damage. It interrupts his attack, so he does not hit me. Either. Oh, that's so unlucky. They never cast, really. Oh my god. That's incredibly unlucky. You can usually walk through this area without any hiccup. May have... Yeah, I screwed me all... Axe. I forgot. Axe can do that too. Wow, that was bad. That was bad. Shut up. Go on. Ah! Yes, I should have swapped the sword before reviving. Also, actually not, because the axe does the same thing. Oh god. Let me put it like this. With a good lich fight, if he gives me, let's say, perfect RNG, there's still hope. Let's see. I'm interested. If he decides to troll me, he can be as bad or even worse as Buffy or Vampire. Let's leave it at that. Also, yes, I think the Thanatos boss music, or Dark Lich for that matter, it isn't necessarily the best music track in the game, but in my opinion it's the absolutely best boss music of any game I've ever played. Whatever. Roll with it. Hit him, please. That's bad. No! That's exactly the same as if the vampire would nice. Disappear into the air. Well, please hit! Seriously. It is 8 or 9 hits usually. So I have to heal the girl right here. I position the girl and the sprite in front of me, so they hopefully get targeted by the spells. Please don't disappear. Okay. According to my splits, Dark Lich gave me a horrible pattern last time. So, let's be honest here. Unless I mess up, this is going to be a new run. Also, I need the sword. because the upcoming part is relatively low on RNG. The most important part is me getting the correct charge attack. Oh. Don't run into that. Well, I took the last chance to run into the wall, because, well, I don't have any more chances to run into walls anymore. So, the Mana Beast is interesting. He works in cycles. Every cycle takes an additional minutes where the Mana Beast cannot die. So, the optimal case for us is defeating him in 2 cycles. If I don't mess up, I will defeat him in 2 cycles, because there is very little RNG involved. Let's see. Casting Mana Magic. And then basically, right afterwards, I cast Frost Magic on the weapon. This makes the Mana Sword permanent. Now, I have to charge out my weapon for a final overcharge attack. Shit! I got the wrong one. Well, come on. That's bad. Bring it on. Okay, I got it. That's the normal slash. I need a normal slash to get a blue cycle reliably. That wasted a fair bit of time though, getting it. You're supposed to get it first try, because it's fairly lenient window. But once I got it, there shouldn't be anything in my way to keep it. Oh. I may have already... Wow, hang on. Let me rephrase that. I almost messed it up. Keeping it, that is. Okay. This is a cycle, by the way. During his 3 attacks, the Mana Beast cannot die. The sprite would die if I don't heal him, so... Again. And he comes from above, which is pretty much bad luck. Because from above I have, well, to wait a little bit longer until I can hit him. Oops, I almost messed that up. Great, that's nice. Which means I need one last hit. If he dies. As I said, actually the last Mana Beast is relatively easy. But there's so many things in the game. It's also easy to mess up. GG. Greetings, Phase 1 Speed. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Well, there were 12 hits indeed, yes. Let me put it like this, I need 10 hits per phase to get a reliable 2-cycle. The 12 hits are usually 14 hits, but I started a bit late because I set up the sword charge a bit late. It may have looked correct, the sword charge I got before, however, after the 3rd or the 4th hit, it would turn into a level 2 attack, which has such a long attack animation that I would only get about 8 attacks in, which makes getting a 2-cycle really difficult. So that's that. And thank you for watching in any case. Yep. Next goal is up to 10. If you've watched this run from the beginning, you could definitely tell there are a lot of places where it could go considerably better. There are places where there is not much to improve, but RNG in Secret Mana is such a large factor that even if I would play perfectly in one playthrough, simply assuming that, I still could get a worse run than this. Simply by pure RNG. But vice versa, simply by playing really poorly but getting extremely lucky, I can beat this run. So until we get a really good run where we execute really cleanly and the luck is fairly good, we are going to keep running, I guess. The ending is 7.5 minutes total, by the way. Just saying. But I love that music. Were there just 3 moons in the background? Did I see that correctly? I didn't know Secret. What the hell? Let me put it like this, if you play this game a lot, you start noticing things that are really weird. For example, 3 moons in the background behind the lofty mountains? What? Or another example. The ending screen of Secret of Mana is different every time. I'm not sure what exactly is influenced by, but it can be a crescent moon, it can be a full moon, it can be a 3/4 moon. So let's see what we get this time. Some planets do have more moons. Well, it never occurred to me that this isn't, let's say quote-unquote, the Earth. Yeah, well, I mean it looks quite different than the Earth, but I never noticed that before. So having a spirit of the moon, or moons, makes sense probably. So that's that. Let's hope Stinger beats my run again, so I have motivation again to keep running. Let me be honest, I'm very motivation driven to start running first place. So whenever Stinger beats my run, I get extra motivated to beat his time again. So let's see. He may even get this speedrun today, by the way. His early game is very solid, and if he gets a bit luckier and a bit more solid in the late game, he should get a sub 210 without much trouble. Well, a bit of luck is involved, obviously. Also, I'm going to... Oh, sorry Sacred, I didn't see that question before. I'm not going to do another run today. Well, let me put it like this, maybe today, because it's already... It's already tomorrow where I am, let's put it that way. 8 minutes past. Well. Yeah, that would take, let's say, too long, plus my focus started dropping quite significantly in the second half of the run. I started playing relatively bad in places where I'm really confident usually in getting through without much trouble. You could see that clearly in the Mana Fortress. While it was pretty bad luck that I got spellcasted on twice, it was still relatively sloppy play on my end because I could have handled it. Who should you rate? Stinger would most likely be a good option. But I also have something else in mind. But raiding to 2 places is not a good idea. Oh. Full Moon! Full Moon. Oh, that's that. The end. Enjoy the music for a minute. I'm going to test out Crawley's... or Crawl's... Crawl? Other guys. Theory about the... jumping chick thing. Oh, yeah, let's designate the right target, I guess. And I think it's only fair to do that. So, if you would like to see some more Secret of Mana, visit this channel. Stinger PA is currently also doing runs of Secret of Mana, plus he is really good. As in, with a bit of luck, he can beat my run today. So let's see what happens. Simply give him an Ice Knot and do that. I will probably test out something real quick right now. But afterwards I'm going to shut down the stream, so thank you for... I say right now, thank you for watching. Oops. And well, I hope to see you next time. Yes, so... over... yeah, whatever, I can... running. I'm only really quickly testing something. Ah! Wasn't the plan. Yes, thank you for watching. And maybe next time I get a bit in a run. Well, most likely. At some point. I won't guarantee though that it's going to be next time. But at some point. For sure. So... where was it? Cross country was top left. Going straight north bring me to the right place. I learned the world map, by the way. I don't know it quite step by step, but I know it quite well then. Yes. So, indeed, I land right in front of that thing. Ooh, that works. Simply land here again. Cool. Yes, this works. This is definitely faster. Thank you, Crow. And that's it. Good night.